he's going first. Going to minimize the chat. Shelters, 3-4 opening. Let's take a look at the board. Attacks. None. No attacks. Great. Trashing. Chapel. That's the best trashing card that exists in Dominion. Well, the fastest. Anyway. Village, you got Inn, Wandering Winder, Hammy. Okay, both of those are great. Draw Apothecary. Apothecary is the only draw. I mean, there's plus by everywhere. So, by everywhere, I mean Hammy and Nomad Camp. So, like, can you get by with Apothecary as your only source of draw? You can flood your deck with coppers very easily with Beggar. There's Sifting here with Hamlet and Inn, yeah? And Horn of Plenty. And it's a fabulous payload. A lot of these cards are playable. They're non-terminal. I mean, Apothecary is very strong. With Chapel, I mean, Did I open 3-4? 3-4. Okay, Nomad Camp would actually be very good here as an opening. He could do like Nomad Camp Potion. That'd be quite strong. So do you go for the Apothecary thing? Well, Horn of Plenty is just a fabulous payload. I think you need to go for that. Inn is great for setting some things up, but you have to be careful because again, Apothecary is the only way to increase your hand size. And so what you don't want to happen is for your Apothecary to find 4 action cards, because then it's wasted, yeah? Wandering Winder also is kind of a nombo with Apothecary. What does that accomplish? It helps you green, I think. It's a way of getting green off the top of your deck. Because the Apothecary will draw the coppers, and the Wandering Winder won't cycle past the green. Oh, but it'll ignore your horns. Okay, so that's a thing, right? Draw your deck, draw your deck with Apothecary and Wandering Winders, and use Oasis. Ooh, you can Oasis discard coppers and then Apothecary to redraw them. Yeah, I don't think you want Wandering Winder here. Maybe you just want to go for that. With probably Inn as your village. It makes more sense. Or actually Hamlet could work too. There'd probably be some combination of them. And Nomad Camp, yeah. And Beggar to flood with coppers. So I'm going to open Oasis Potion. I want a second potion. This is no question a 2-potion game here. Because you want to get Apothecaries. You want to get how much Apothecaries? All of them. Nomad Camp ASAP, but second shuffle. Because you can top deck that biz, you know? Very interesting game to play. Hovel can trash itself. Necro is... it's useful, yeah. And Ogi. I mean, I'm not getting a Chapel just to trash an Ogi. That's a waste. Particularly because I think I decided I wasn't gonna necessarily go for Horn. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go for a Horn Megaturn per se. I think you can just get 10,000 coppers into play with this deck. Yeah, I don't think you need a Chapel. But Apothecary is so powerful. I just want all of them. Yeah, because you have to at least contest the Apothecaries. Because if you let your opponent get all 10 Apothecaries, well, the deck is just so good. You could probably even have enough draw to have Horn as your payload. So there's no question in my mind that you want to do that. Normally, like, I would talk and fill the silence if I'm streaming, but I don't know how many people are multi-twitching and trying to listen to, like, both of our audio. Particularly when I'm quiet, you can just unmute him or something like that. I don't know. Okay, you got no aces. I'm wondering if it's a good idea for me to just talk, or if it would be better just to let the silence happen so people can listen to both streams. You get an apothecary. I hope that my potion doesn't miss the shuffle. Of course, it would have to be. Oh, thank you, deck. YTB. And potion here for sure. Or did I say Nomad Camp? Nomad Camp first. I think Nomad Camp is better than second potion. Just because, if they collide, you're just sad and you wish you had a Nomad Camp. Because you can, tons of stuff on that's really cheap that you want for Apothecary Plus turns. Hamlet's fine. Beggar even. Although I don't think I want the Beggar just yet. Might be in 2 shuffles. But I do want it. I'd get a Hamlet first. Or Oasis even. With 5 in a potion. That'd be fine. It'd be fan-freaking-tastic. So yeah, totally Nomad Camp. So our draws appear to be the same. Our deck composition and our draws are the same right now. 6 and 2 buys, potion number 2 for sure in Hamlet. And he has the same draw. Lol. I don't care what he gets here. This is what's best for my deck. You landed on the same thing I did. GJ. So this is actually a fine draw. I actually get to cycle maximally since I know 3 of these cards are copper. I'm guaranteed to be able to buy Apothecary. I have Oasis and 3 copper in here. Wouldn't mind top decking an Oasis, and it makes all 3 of my shelters miss the shuffle. The unfortunate thing, it makes my Apothecary miss the shuffle, but whatever. I have 2 potions, so I'm not particularly worried about that. And that. Good times. Very likely to draw my other potion here. So it's a likely Apothecary turn. Doesn't seem likely I'll be able to get much else with it, though. Maybe a hammy or a beggar, perhaps. We'll see. Although with 5 Apothecaries, this deck is not nearly as sexy. Here's an interesting call for you. Double Oasis, there's something to be said for that. I think that's what I'd end up getting. In fact, given that this is his hand, I'll probably end up with the same decision, yeah? His potion was the last card in his shuffle. Oh, so that, his second potion misses. If mine doesn't miss, that's actually potentially a big deal. Because I can pick up Apothecary Oasis, assuming, that one of these coppers would be a potion instead. But his potion missing the shuffle could potentially cause him to lose the Apothecary split 6-4. So that could be a big deal. Given that this is contested, this sounds terrible, but I'm actually considering getting a late chapel. A gold? Well, I don't think that's very good. Potion, please. Thank you, deck. YTB. And Apothecary and Oasis. Great. This is awful. A reason for late chapel is because the chapel, the necro is not useful at that point if I'm contested so much on Apothecaries. The hovel, you can get rid of it early. And then there's 2 potions that are not doing you very good at an earlier point in the game than otherwise. Whoa, did you hit 1 potion? That's awful for you. That's fantastic for me. Beggar Hamlet, Oasis, Nomad Camp. I don't like Nomad Camp. That's a terrible draw for you. That's awful. Could be why I win. I actually kind of like Nomad Camp, but I shouldn't. Oh, this is a tough call. I should probably just get an Oasis. Yeah, Oasis. It's a little bit safer. Should have got a Nomad Camp, huh? Because I'm likely to draw my other potion here and not have the plus buy to make use of it. Of course, I could draw a hammy. Okay, this is just fine. Yeah, hovel, then hammy, then Oasis. Yeah, I've got 2 chances to find the potion. Oh, and I totally did hot Hovel last. Yeah, I just want to cycle as much as I can. So good. Okay, so stroke of luck for me. And I got to shuffle those in. Oh, so good. So I already have 5 apothecaries, is that right? Or just 4? In any case, if I could win the apothecary split 7-3, that would be monster. I mean, if I'm drawing so much, I may even get that chapel. No potion. Where did your potions go, man? You're going into golds and harems? I should just beat you. I should just win this game, yeah? Nomad camp number 2 seems pretty good. Horn of Plenty, no. Inn? Ooh, inn? Shuffling an apothecary in an inn? I actually like that quite a lot. Let's get an inn. Eight in a potion. You should get an apothecary here. You have to deny it to me. This apothecary deck is so good. The more I think about it, I don't think you need so many coppers from Beggar. I think just a couple of spare plus buys will be enough to get you the coppers that you need. I need to draw an apothecary. There we go. Now, how confident am I that I can hit 2 potion? Very. Yeah, and I really want to have that cantrip in my hand. This is unfortunate, but yeah, let's just leave 2 apothecaries on the deck for tomorrow and draw this hovel. Oh, I could draw this nomad camp, get an oasis. Yeah, that's fine. Or potentially 2 apothecaries. Wait, there's only 1 left in the supply. Okay. That and what? Not an inn. A nomad camp, actually? Yes. Nomad camp is totally what I want. Ooh, just got a new subscriber on YouTube. 40 below heck. Since I don't say the H word on my stream. Still very tempted to get a chapel. This is kind of awful. I can't make this miss a shuffle unless I play Apothecary next. And it minimizes my reach. I could just discard coppers. That's fine. Let's do that. In but I just killed my turn. That wasn't very smart. Oh well. 5 and 2 buys, Oasis, and Chapel. Is the Chapel a bad idea? I don't know, man. I'm about to buy a Chapel on turn 12 in a tournament game. So sue me. I need to start getting more coppers. Extra buys now on are going to copper. I need to figure out how many apothecaries I have. I think it's 7, but it might be 6. Wow, nice turn. I should have played Apothecary first. What was I doing? I should have discarded Copper instead of Hovel. Ugh. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. This is bad. I should just seed my next hand with these two Apothecaries. And I want to draw this Hovel so I can trash it. I want an inn, and I want some more coppers. Oh, well, that's much better. Thank you, deck. Yeah, same diffo here. I want to have two Apothecaries and in another Apothecary and another in and then another card. What's that other card? Apothecary, I guess? Yeah. Okay, this is going to be a good hand. I can feel it. I should be able to draw all this stuff. Okay, should be able to draw pretty much my entire deck. And then, discard coppers along the way for my inns and stuff. Chapel trash the rest of my shelters. And have lots of buys for lots of good stuff. Yeah, I want to get lots of stuff. Stuff and things. Okay. Okay, let's play Oasis once. Apothecary again. That was really bad. But I can cycle through a lot of this. That, I guess. I think I might have wanted to play an Apothecary sooner. Did I do a bad thing? I've got another Apothecary. Yeah, I do. I totally do. Yeah. Now draw a bunch of stuff. Do I just ditch Chapel Ogie here? No. I think it's worth it to thin. Okay. Is it double province time? Time, of course, spelled T-H-Y-M-E. I think the answer to that question is yes. And copper. Now my deck is just as thin as it was before. I mean, I didn't get the in to set up my draw, but whatever. What if I had put all of my actions in my deck and then somehow cycled through them and then use Apothecary to make sure I drew copper? I don't think that actually works. I think I had too many actions for that. I mean, if they were all cantrips, that would be more viable. But they're not. They're Oasis and In that need the coppers to discard. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked. This is bad. Let's draw the In. Let's just try and get lots of dollars this turn, yeah? This is pretty terrible. This is once again pretty terrible. Yeah, this turn's basically over. We'll get him next time, kids. What's the score? He has that random harem. I don't think he can double province. I'm pretty likely to have a good turn next turn. I don't think he can double province. I think province and the estate doesn't matter, so 2 coppers is best. Or a beggar. Ooh, the beggar's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, let's get a beggar. So he's up by his 1 harem. I've neglected to figure out how many apothecaries are in my deck. Hard to say whether or not that chapel was actually smart. Harem here for sure. I don't think he needs the extra points. Maybe. That's a tough call. Dear Chapel, you're annoying. Uh, wow, that was awful. Duchy. I didn't find any of my other apothecaries. I must only have 6. Perhaps 6 apothecaries is not enough to make the deck that I was so ambitious in creating. And that ambition caused me to get a chapel that ended up not actually helping me. Granted, I'm not convinced that it hurt, but it certainly didn't actually help me. I mean, the alternative was either Hamlet or another copper, and I mean, the chapel's paid for itself by this point. It did get rid of an Ogie, so the opportunity cost of drawing it the first time is gone, and then the fact that it's in my deck is the same as an Ogie, only it's slightly more useful. So really, it was an opportunity to buy a copper that I effectively passed up. It didn't actively hurt my deck. Okay. I can hit Province here. He seems to be stalling here. Perhaps Province is wise. Although... I can't draw both the Beggar and the Nomad Camp. I think the Nomad Camp is not useful for me this turn, so... I mean, what's the most I could get? I could get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in 2 buys. That's not useful. Nomad Camp has to happen next turn. I guess I could have drawn 2 coppers. Well, right, I decide now. That's fine. So I have 6, 7. I could have 9 in 2 buys. That doesn't help either. That doesn't help me take a lead. So actually punting the Beggar to next turn seems a little bit better. So let's do it that way, since I can hit 8 without it. And now we agonize over whether I think he's likely to hit Province. If he hits Province, he wins by 5 points. I can't take a lead without getting the Province, though. So it's, I mean, by vanilla PPR and the fact that his plus buy is kind of speculative, I think I have to do this. And this is a very good turn. Ah! That's just awful.